Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. This afternoon, Raila Odinga led top Azimio leaders to a political rally at KAMKUNJI grounds in Nairobi. So many speeches were made, but one speech that caught my attention was that by former Murang'a Governor, Mwangi Wa Iria. As Wa Iria was speaking, almost all top Azimio leaders present at the rally gave him a standing ovation, a confirmation that they were in agreement with what Wa Iria was saying. In this video, as usual, I want us to dig deep into that speech by Mwangi Wa Iria, for it's going to inform the basis of our analysis and the discussion right now. Listen to Wa Iria before we continue. Listening to Mwangi Wa Iria is raising very pertinent issues worth analyzing and discussing. The first issue, he is saying 70% of Kenyans are non-shareholders. And by saying that, he just means 70% of Kenyans do not approve of William Ruto, Rigathi government. And that is so because some weeks ago, Rigathi made it very clear that this government is a shareholding government. If you never voted for them, or if you never supported them, then forget about government services, government jobs, or even development from the government. That was Rigathi speaking some weeks back. So Wa Iria was just answering him, telling him, or rather reminding him, that indeed it's true that 70% of Kenyans are non-shareholders in Rigathi Ruto's government. The second issue, Wa Iria is making it very clear that if the servers cannot be opened, then Kenya should be divided into Kenya Limited and the Republic of Kenya. And the Republic of Kenya should be headed by Raila Odinga, and this should form, or rather be part of the areas, the 70% of Kenyans that feels not part and parcel of Ruto Rigathi's government. Another very interesting issue Wa Iria is raising is that hakuna mtoto wa Maumau alikuwa dio. That's a very interesting point Wa Iria is also raising. And then finally, Wa Iria is also reminding Kenyans and making it very clear that Rigathi is fond of assembling elected leaders, especially members of parliament from the mountain, and their business is to insult and to abuse Raila Odinga. Those are the main issues Wa Iria is raising from that speech. And that's a speech that has been shared widely and has really caused a lot of excitement amongst Kenyans. What does that mean politically? Let me start by saying this. Wa Iria actually spoke the minds of a good majority of Kenyans, especially those who feel they are not part and parcel of William Ruto's government. And I'm saying of areas that never supported or even voted for William Samoei Ruto. The way William Ruto and his team have ruled the country in the less than 7 months they've been in office, it's very clear they have failed the test of unifying the country. William Ruto, as the president, he is expected to be a symbol of national unity. He should be bringing the people together, but from what we have seen from William Ruto himself, his deputy, and top government leaders, it's very clear that instead of bringing the people together, they are dividing the people more. And I'm saying that based on some remarks by very close William Ruto allies, such as Oscar Sudi, Rigathi Gachagua, and even William Ruto himself. In fact, they've been stereotyping against the Luo community. And this is something that has not started today. It started way even before the August presidential election. And the annoying bit about it is that even now as the president and the deputy president, William Ruto and his team have not realized that they're now not just politicians, but they're now charged with the responsibility of bringing the country together. They are badly failing that test. And this is why we are getting such sentiments, the ones coming from the likes of Mwangi Wa Iria. And Wa Iria, in my honest opinion, just spoke exactly what a good majority of Kenyans are actually feeling. And when he talks about the 70%, that's also very factual. In fact, Wa Iria is just saying the truth as it is. Look at the map of Kenya. Raila won in all regions in Kenya except the mountain and the Kalenjin Rift Valley. In all other areas, Raila won. And in terms of elected leaders, going on how Kenyans did vote, Azimio almost swept all the elective seats categories: governors, MCAs, senators. Not governors, MCAs, members of parliament. Kenya Kwanza had only a slim lead in the Senate. They had 24, Azimio had 23. So you are seeing that even in terms of elected leaders, Azimio had the majority. They swept 3 out of 4. On the ground, Azimio won in 6 out of 8 former provinces. And I strongly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that Wa Iria's approximation of 70% is very, very accurate. And let nobody cheat you that 2 regions can beat 6 regions. Forget about this lie that, oh, these had more votes. Forget about that. Those are all lies. 2 regions cannot win against 6 regions. So Wa Iria might just be saying the truth as it is. And for some times now, Rigathi has been boasting on how he is a son of a Mau Mau. Mimi ni mtoto wa Mau Mau, sio Cerelac. The truth of the matter, which Mau Mau could end up being a deal. Mau Mau were people who were just fighting in the forest. At what point did a Mau Mau son transform into a deal? The truth of the matter here is Rigathi has been clearly lying and using propaganda. So to counter that propaganda, you cannot counter propaganda by being civil. You must count it with the raw politics. And that's exactly what Wa Iria was doing. And in fact, that statement that hakuna mtoto wa Mau Mau alikuwa deal, that's more convincing than even all the counter reactions to that speech by Rigathi Gachagua. So Wa Iria is just playing, he understands very well the politics being played by Rigathi and William Ruto. And he's just serving them from the same dish they've been serving Raila Odinga and his team. And then on this issue of Rigathi constantly assembling members of parliament from the mountain and from Rift Valley to be abusing Raila Odinga confirms one thing, that Raila is their agenda. Without Raila Odinga, Ruto has nothing to tell the people. Rigathi and their allies, they don't have anything to tell the people. So just to conclude without taking sides, the remarks by Mwangi Wa Iria, in my honest opinion, are very factual and very accurate. Wa Iria has just spoken what a good majority of Kenyans actually, if they were given the podium, they could have just spoken the way Wa Iria did speak today. So Wa Iria actually was the man of the moment today, in that he brought a new energy to the Azimio family. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. And if you want to support our forum, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or feel free to channel your support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.